On va essayer de l'abaisser le plus près de zéro, puis après ça, réouvrir l'activité de la société. Et donc, on a des pays comme la Nouvelle-Zélande constituant, l'Australie, Taïwan, mais aussi il y a plus près de chez nous, dans toute la partie atlantique.
Oui. C'est quoi la différence entre, je parlais des deux grandes tendances, la mitigation et l'éradication du virus?
En fait, on parle de mitigation quand on dit qu'on veut diminuer la circulation du virus jusqu'à un certain niveau qu'on considère relativement contrôlable versus on va éliminer. Donc ça fait que quand on arrive à ce niveau-là, c'est beaucoup plus facile après ça de faire le suivi et le traçage des gens qui sont positifs. Et on peut faire quelque chose de très pointu. On parle du premier contact, du contact. Donc, on va comme une génération plus loin. Et à ce moment-là, ça nous permet de circonscrire beaucoup plus facilement l'épidémie.
Mais ça, est-ce que c'est pas plus facile dans des juridictions, dans des endroits où il y a moins de population? On a parlé vous venez de parler de la bulle atlantique au Canada. C'est les plus petites provinces du Canada. On parle de pays comme la Nouvelle-Zélande. Bon, c'est une île à l'autre bout du monde. Il y a des pays qui sont dans des endroits densément peuplés avec des frontières avec plusieurs autres pays.
Oui, absolument. Et donc, je suis complètement conscient de ça, pour le panel aussi est conscient, mais il demeure que l'état d'esprit de vouloir arriver à un taux de contamination ou de virus circulant le plus bas possible est une idée qui donne des vrais résultats parce qu'on est après ça capable de faire le suivi. Donc, on pourrait dire aujourd'hui, et c'est pour ça que quand on regarde des pays comme ici, mais aussi ailleurs, de dire de relaxer sur les mesures de confinement quand on n'est pas près du zéro, mais c'est sûr qu'on garde toujours un niveau très important de circulation du virus dans la communauté. Ça ne prendra pas grand-chose pour que ça flambe encore. Donc, on se dit, est-ce qu'on éteint le feu complètement? Ou est-ce qu'on laisse toujours des braises dans le feu? Puis là, on se dit, peut-être qu'éteindre le feu, c'est une meilleure façon.
Mais en même temps, les gouvernements doivent tenir compte de d'autres aspects. Le côté humain, c'est pas c'est difficile pour les gens, les mesures de confinement. Le côté économique aussi, c'est bien de dire on va éteindre le feu, mais si c'est au prix d'éteindre l'économie, par exemple, ça peut laisser des traces aussi.
Je ne conteste pas ça, et donc c'est pour ça que au début, c'était ce qu'on se rend compte, c'est que les pays qui ont dès le début voulu contenir avec des mesures soutenues et assez strictes et qui ont diminué la transmission communautaire à près de zéro, ont bien réussi. C'est vraiment un exercice beaucoup plus difficile maintenant quand on a une contamination, quand on a une circulation du virus assez grande. Cela dit, moi, je me dis que je comprends la fatigue, mais je sais que le virus n'est pas fatigué et je suis extrêmement inquiète parce qu'on sait qu'il y a des variants, on sait qu'ils sont probablement, ceux qui sont à venir vont être plus transmissibles. Et on sait aujourd'hui que notre visibilité, en tout cas, sur quel va être le chronogramme de la vaccination ici ou ailleurs, n'est pas clair non plus. Donc, devant ces deux grandes inconnues-là, moi, je me dis, peut-être qu'il faudrait regarder les modèles qui ont été jusqu'à l'élimination pour arrêter, je dirais, le pattern du yo-yo.
Ouais.
On ouvre, on ferme, on ouvre, on ferme, ou stop and go, ou yo-yo. On a utilisé toutes sortes de termes pour ça, mais je crois que c'est tout aussi X semaines confinées avec des mesures relativement strictes, mais après ça, on va peut-être reprendre de façon graduelle.
Les données que vous avez, est-ce que ça dit que les gens, à la longue, restent quand même disciplinés dans ce temps-là?
Oui, parce que la discipline, là, c'est quand même quelque chose d'assez intéressant. C'est quand les gens voient des résultats, ça les encourage. Donc, c'est pour ça qu'on peut dire qu'on peut comprendre un certain découragement dans certains pays où on a fait la méthode de la mitigation avec des résultats yo-yo, parce que c'est comme si on a recommencé la même course à tous les 2-3 mois.
To buy one, or who wants to have one rather, by this coming July. But White House Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Fauci says the pandemic is certainly far from over.
Let's say 70 to 85% of the people vaccinated. The level of virus in the community could be so low that you could start pulling back a bit on what are stringent public health measures. You don't want to do it all at once, but I think we're going to be wearing masks for several months.
And the U.S. is on pace now to exceed Biden's goal of administering 100 million vaccine doses in his first 100 days in office. Well, coming up in 60 seconds, Spotify is saying that its employees can now work from anywhere after the pandemic is done. Stuart McGinn with details next.
680 News Time, 12:25.
The Princess Margaret Home Lottery is here with our biggest grand prize ever. An incredible $70 million.
Anywhere, eh? I want to dress up like a homeless guy and work on a park bench, sir. Why not? You said anywhere, sir.
16,566 steps, 16.5 kilometers, 821 calories burned.
Cafe. Right now, you can enjoy a consistently rich, smooth, and delicious medium McCafe premium roast coffee, hot or iced, for $1 plus tax.
I want the
secondary
Give me the cheapest coffee you get.
Experience the peppery, savory McDonald's chicken you crave at breakfast. That's right, the Chicken McMuffin, made with Canadian beef seasoned chicken.
Coffee
Just
radio told me
$2.99
too. Maybe I should have
$11
some
a.m.
chicken.
At participating restaurants,
Coffee
prices
wake you
exclude
up
delivery.
chicken because they know you're going
680 News Time, 12:26.
Now for the 680 News Business Report, we're going to check in now at the Business Center with Stuart McGinn.
Who's the world's second largest landlord after the
There are
Catholic
a lot of
Church?
people working from home nowadays, but Spotify coming forward and kind of taking an interesting stance for when the pandemic is done.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. They're saying, hey, once this is over, work from wherever you want. You can work from home. You can work from the office. Strike a balance between the two. Spotify is calling it its new simply work from anywhere model. And they say, if you want to move to a different city, a different country, they encourage it. They've got locations around the world. Lots of companies, as you mentioned, Steve, taking similar steps here like this in recent months. They've been ditching some office space, making work from home a much more permanent solution. On this news today, we're seeing Spotify stock with a 0.5% gain right now. Meanwhile, talking about workplace conditions, have you heard about that story at KPMG this week? The boss who told his employees to stop moaning about pandemic-related workplace changes, he just quit. Bill Michaels' words went viral this week after he told hundreds of staff members to stop playing the victim when it came to the pandemic changes. In his resignation statement, Michael saying he loves the firm, but he apologizes deeply for his words that hurt several hundred of his now former employees. If we move to the markets now, modest moves. The Dow, the only benchmark in the red at the moment, down 28 points. With a modest gain for the S&P 500, it's up 5 points. We have the NASDAQ climbing by 23. And on Bay Street, the TSX just barely higher with a gain of 9 points to 18,402. North American markets, though, as they wrap up this week and head into the long weekend, it's going to likely be a winning week for all four of those benchmarks. As for Bay Street today, we're seeing heavy activity once again for pot stocks. Aurora Cannabis sharply in the red, down 6% after a rather poor earnings report. But we have a couple of pot stocks once again moving higher. Afria up 10%, Organigram is up 20%. And then if we look to commodities, one big move today, the price of oil, it's up by 2.5% or $1.50. Just below $60 a barrel. Meanwhile, modest move for gold. It's down $2. The loonie at 78.8 cents US. At the Business Center, I'm Stuart McGinn.
You've been diagnosed with depression and can't work. Your insurer advises that your depression is not serious and denies your claim. What are you going to do? Who can you call? Call me, Aaron Waxman, at 416-661-4878. And don't worry about upfront legal fees, because there are none. At my law firm, my team of lawyers only get paid when you get paid. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878 or your cell phone at pound LTD.
In times like these, shouldn't your money work even harder for you? We think so.
West,
That's why at Duca Credit Union, you get no-fee checking accounts. You also get high interest on deposits and investments, and low mortgage rates. Plus, you get to share in the profits. That's the Duca difference. And now, get rates as low as 1.79% on a 5-year fixed mortgage when you switch to Duca. Find out how at mortgage.duca.com. Do more, be more, achieve more with Duke Credit Union. Conditions apply. Let's take a look at our forecast right now. It looks like we are going to see those cloudy conditions continue with scattered flurries on and off this afternoon. A guaranteed high of -8 for tonight. Partly cloudy down to -13, wind chill -19 overnight. Tomorrow starting off the day with cloudy conditions, maybe some light snow, and a high near -8. And right now in downtown Toronto, we got -13 degrees, feeling like -22 when you factor in the wind. Michael Gibbons is the midday show editor, and Zahara Hashimi is at the digital desk. 680 News Time, 12:30.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News.
Good afternoon. It's Friday, February 12th. I'm Sarah Parrott.
And I'm Steve Roberts. Here's what's making news this hour.
New travel restrictions around testing and quarantine will take effect February 22nd. The announcement comes as the Prime Minister reveals there's a boost to Canada's COVID vaccine deliveries. Toronto police say a 14-year-old girl shot in the head is expected to survive. And to the young people who fled the scene,
Get your parents to seek counsel and come on in and tell your side of the story.
Even though Ontario's COVID-19 7-day case average continues to fall, people are being asked to follow the health guidelines this long weekend.
it's the kind of Valentine's weekend where you want to snuggle up with your loved ones inside because outside it's going to be brutally cold with highs of -8. Police working out in Etobicoke. Watt released in Houston, and an update from Pebble Beach. Sports at 45.
Hey,
And Canada's buyout of Transat gets the green light, moving its stock higher despite miserable earnings. And we've got markets mixed, with shares of Bumble continuing to climb. Business at 56.
680 News Time,
Is that a real
12:31.
thing, or is that
Traffic
just
and
like
weather
one of
together
these
all at
made-up
once.
companies
Here's
that
Gary
do?
Pruskus. This report is brought to you by Boundary Wise. It's a struggle getting through Oakville and Burlington and into the Hamilton area as well, especially along the QEW snow-covered routes, and you can barely even see where the lanes are in many spots. And expect delays along with this. It's a slow go, especially on the Toronto-bound QEW, jammed as you approach the Burlington Skyway. And these delays don't really let up until you're into Oakville by the Ford plant, and then it starts to improve there. Westbound QEW, expect delays anywhere from third line over to the Burlington Skyway, and the 403 very busy through Hamilton as well. We just got word of a new problem from the MTO eastbound on the 403 near Aberdeen. The right lane is blocked because of a stalled vehicle, so watch out for that. Eastbound on the 401, just a slight delay east of here, Ontario, and the Express. The HOV lane is blocked, and that's due to a collision. MTO says that crash now cleared on the westbound 401, approaching here, Ontario, and the Express. So it looks like those delays are improving as well. Across the city, you're just going to find it busy on the eastbound 401, just east of the 427 to the 400 Express and collectors, and a slow go on the northbound 427 from the 407 onto the Highway 7 ramp. Whether you're looking or listing, credentials matter. Go with a Boundary Wise accredited agent. Make sure your agent is Boundary Wise. Visit boundarywise.ca. And now with the forecast, here's Denise Andriachi. Those snow squalls continue to batter a very isolated region of the west end of the GTA, Burlington, Oakville. Seeing a lot of photos and videos on Twitter, and it just looks like snow again over there. We're going to see likely close to 20, if not more, centimeters by the time everything is said and done. So this could be some record snowfall for very, again, isolated regions. The rest of the GTA, we've still had some flurries today, and we'll continue with that for the next couple of hours. Bitter wind chill as well. Feels like -18 at Pearson. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy, -13. Your guaranteed high, -8.
680 News Time, 12:33.
Travel measures at Canada's borders will take effect in 10 days as the Prime Minister announces Canada's vaccine deliveries are getting a shot in the arm.
And from Ottawa with details, here's 680's Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney.
Beginning February 22nd, new rules will kick into place around mandatory testing for all air travelers arriving in our country and a mandatory 3-day hotel quarantine at the traveler's expense.
These border measures will help stop the spread of COVID-19 and new variants.
The Prime Minister says exemptions are going to be made for essential workers, but he makes it clear no one should be traveling right now for non-essential reasons. The government has already restricted international flights to 4 airports and demands pre-flight negative test results. Also, under land borders, travelers will have to present a negative test. Meanwhile, some good news on the vaccine front. The Prime Minister says he's spoken with the CEO of Pfizer, and an updated delivery schedule confirms we will get our
4 million doses from that company by the end of March. We're getting more doses than first thought for the second quarter, so that we will receive 10.8 million doses of Pfizer between April and June. The Prime Minister also announced the government is purchasing an additional 4 million doses of the Moderna shot.
This international travel, because Canadians are thrifty.
Parliament Hill.
I have the right, but I don't want to pay this.
Investigators in Toronto have given us an update on an overnight shooting near Jane and Finch that left a 14-year-old girl with a bullet in her head. 680's Mark Douglas joins us live with the latest details, including the fact that, Mark, there may have been a gathering at the time.
Oh,
it does appear that way, Sarah, although Toronto police are pretty much trying to keep the details
how many
to
more
themselves. They are relying on witness statements to come forward and really fill in some gaps here. Toronto police, in fact, have 2 unrelated early morning shootings to sort out here. The more tragic incident happening around 3 a.m. inside an apartment at 25 Stone Court.
We know there were several people in the apartment. We know that a 14-year-old girl has received a gunshot wound. We know that she is entirely unwell and is in the hospital fighting for her life.
But acting staff superintendent Pauline Gray says based on what they've been told by the hospital people, the unidentified girl is expected to survive. Now, Gray says multiple young people fled the scene, and to them, she has this message.
In fact, if it is an accidental shooting and the people that are involved are listening to me, do yourselves a favor, get your parents and seek counsel and come on in and tell your side of the story.
Gray says they believe there was at least one adult inside that apartment. Now, the second shooting this morning was at about a 15-minute drive away on Songwood Drive. This happened at about 4:45 this morning. An adult male victim was sent to hospital with serious injuries. Reporting live in 31 Division, I'm Mark Douglas.
680
News Time, 12:36. Well, it is the Friday before a long weekend with a lot of festivities that would normally see people gathering in one way or another. But with COVID-19, of course, things are a lot different this year. Now, 680's Irene Preckler joining us live with more, including a look at today's COVID case count, which again, Irene, hovering just over 1,000 today.
That's right, Steve. 1,076 new cases based on more than 62,000 tests. That brings the positivity rate down to 2.2%, one of the lowest since October. 361 of those new cases are in Toronto, 210 in Peel, and 122 in York Region. There's also another footnote that Toronto's numbers might be underreported. Today is the beginning of the Chinese Lunar New Year, and the pandemic has forced many to change the way they celebrate this year. And health and government officials are hoping that people do indeed change how they celebrate to avoid a super spreader event. In a statement, the Premier is saying this year he's asking everyone to celebrate safely with members of their own household only, and to also support local restaurants and bakeries by ordering takeout or delivery. A similar statement from the Mayor of Markham as well. Of course, this is the Family Day long weekend, Sunday, Valentine's Day. Also happening today, Ontario will announce the next regions moving out of lockdown next week in terms of what color coding system they will see next week. Reporting live, Irene Preckler, 680 News. 680 News time, 12:38. Freezing cold temperatures and snow. This is the height of winter. We've got light snow falling here in the city, but it's areas to the west of us that are getting slammed today. 680's Moment Qureshi.
That is the number one issue you will face today. It is not the top news story.
It's going to be, and it is already a chilly, chilly one, Sarah, and it's going to get colder according to our weather specialist, Denise Andriacci.
No, she said it got 4 degrees warmer, bro.
Intense cold has really inundated most of the country, and now it's our turn here in the GTA. The city of Toronto under an extreme cold weather alert, and you can expect bitter temperatures and bitter wind chills all long weekend.
Yeah, so bottom line is, unless you have to be out and about, maybe stay home and cuddle up with your loved ones on this Valentine/Family Day weekend. Now, it's not just the cold. We will see some snow. Andriacci is saying that right now, parts of Halton and Hamilton are under snow squall warnings. We're talking about Burlington, Oakville, and Hamilton. They got dumped on this morning during the morning commute. There could be more on the way here in the GTA and in Toronto. We can see a few centimeters coming tomorrow. And just to put things in perspective, I've been looking around the country to see how cold things are in other parts. Yes, it's cold here, but in Winnipeg right now, it's minus 29. With the wind chill, it's minus 36. So let's all be glad we're not in Manitoba right now. Reporting live, I'm Moment Qureshi.
680 News time.
I thought you said the high in Winnipeg today was going to be minus 35 this morning. Is that what they said? I could have sworn this morning said minus 30 something was the high.
Park's legacy of consistency, quality, and service has not changed. Whether it's a single-family home or condominium.
This is the coldest intersection in North America, Portage and Maine. They make electric heated clothing for like skidoos and motorcyclists and shit. I want to know like how many hours I could get out of however much batteries I could carry in a backpack. So the news is stupid. What I got for you today is there is so much more here than what they're not gonna do.
Sur les vaccinations a triplé en 2 mois.
30 secondes chacun sur un dernier point, le contrôle des armes à feu. La mairesse de Montréal, Mme Plante et le SPPM veulent contrôler les armes de poing, mais quand on voit le projet de loi qui a été déposé sur les armes ou qui va être déposé sur les armes d'assaut, c'est beaucoup plus timide que prévu. Est-ce que le gouvernement va avoir le goût d'aller vers les armes de poing, M. David?
I was just out there. That's what I was doing before I left. The whole time I was out there, I saw zero snow.
Regarde les municipalités, chacun gère ça, il lance la patate là, dans le fond dans la cour des municipalités et ça n'a aucun sens. I don't know. Si je verrai jamais la ligne d'arrivée. I don't know.
To the stupid.
Électoral en 2006. Je ne serais pas surpris que Justin Trudeau nous réserve la même promesse lors du prochaine campagne électorale.
Je pense que ça fait bon. Ça fait un certain temps. Je n'aurais pas le Martin, merci de le ramener. Paul Wells, chroniqueur politique au Maclean's. Michel David, chroniqueur politique au Devoir. Messieurs, merci beaucoup. À la prochaine.
Merci, au revoir.
Plomber la reprise économique qui devrait arriver avec la fin de la pandémie. C'est ce que craint, par exemple, l'ancien conseiller économique du président Obama, Lawrence Summers, et il a lancé tout un débat là-dessus aux États-Unis. Est-ce qu'il faut faire attention à l'inflation? C'est notre principal ennemi ces temps-ci. J'en parle avec Clément Gignac, qui est vice-président principal et économiste en chef à l'Industrielle Alliance. Clément Gignac, bonjour.
Bonjour, M. Auger.
On vient vous voir, M. Gignac, à chaque fois qu'on veut un grand angle, c'est le cas de le dire, sur l'économie mondiale. Là, il y a beaucoup de gens qui disent, cette semaine, là, la dette des États-Unis a dépassé le 100% du produit intérieur brut du pays. D'habitude, on dit que c'est un signal d'alarme, ça. Et il y a un plan de relance de presque
All I can think is, if I adopt that budgie and call him Dog, and I could put him on the one side of the cage, and the mouse I'm going to name Mouse. He's not a mouse. Whatever the fuck type of rodent he is not your regular ass mouse. No, he seems to have thumbs. He's like a monkey / squirrel. I gotta look up what this. He looks like the pictures of mice on the internet, sort of, but he doesn't behave like one. But him and the other side. Oh, you want to hear these guys talk shit about the world economy?
Le nouveau plan de destination budgétaire rompé de 1900 milliards.
You knew that already.
Au moment où l'économie se réaccélère quand même un peu aux États-Unis, avec la campagne de vaccination qui dans leur va beaucoup mieux que nous.
This move's kind of all over the place right now. We've got the TSX up just 10 points to 18,403. The Dow is the lone benchmark in the red for now. It's lower by 38 points or a 10% to 31,391. The S&P 500 holding on to a gain.
So those first three were half coughs. That was one cough. That whole set there counts as one cough. Apparently, I got another word. So they want to address the root issue. Who the fuck's giving kids young enough to have guns that are that dumb to sit this? If the cops are even considering that it might have gone off by accident, it's not likely that it happened on purpose. They love hanging cases on people. Stuff it is.
bitches talk shit like it's the only option. I am no imposter, native a later boss shit. I stay cautious,
It'll be just like this. Sure, you won't have to think about it. Oh, you're saying this. At least it's not Russia. In Russia, it's minus 60. They're waiting for a bus. But their roads melt themselves clean. So. You know, they did all of these too. I'm certain of it.
My entire wolf pack, getting all the struggles I've been through is what I'll never do. Always been a savage. Y'all only pretending to, but probably taught the spirit you before I throw a credit.
Yeah, incredibly proactive on the track replacement.
You don't know the half of it. I run the planet with the baddest, take the devil's advocate. Damn it, Brandon, why you always rapping on that battle tip? I had it with these rappers that be acting like they packing clips.
Don't run stuff with sticks.
Nothing on the baddest clip. I'm sorry, you can't have it. Most of y'all inadequate. You're acting with the rap like this. I'll slap you with my hand until I crack your ribs. Now you know I'm passionate. You don't want a problem with my team, so don't you ask for it. This rapping shit, I mastered it. You can't even crack the hit. Like it's going after this. So listen, all the damages. The beat till you can handle it. Damn it, it was savages. Buzzing off the half of it. This like when I tackle this. I find a situation, then adapt to it. Imagine it. Haters panicking. Cause they know I have a plan. And when I play that beat, they grab the pen. City neighbors back again. Insanity. Savage like this bag of weed. Came to be the native who is famous. Me, they came to see the crazy team. Riding on a plane to LA. I think I made it. We are on our way to Vegas. We the greatest and it pays to be. The shit I see makes you think twice but pursuing dreams. Through the trees you see me getting plays. But the root is cheese drastically. Smoking every rapper pass a tray of weed. Hate on me but don't realize I am the favorite. Please give me a break. Yo, you bitches no shit. When I'm spitting the richest flows wherever made, I never say shit. That puts me in a predicament. I'm savage like what the Christians did when they diddle kids. What you middle bitches? Feel these bitches, what you phonies? People always talking like they know me, but they don't really know me. The one and only, and I'm acting like a catalyst. Natural adrenaline, city natives and savages.
Face bashing and name snapping, I'm straight savage. Get raped in the lake cabin, the shape of the spray tan, and I hate rappers. Beat game on my spit flames and a straight jacket. I'm handicapped with a great talent. I'm trying to take fame on a racetrack. Fuck a break bad, dang nabbit, hate rapping. I never lost a step, sometimes I'm overconfident. I just kill the pussy rapper, get the gynecologist. Got to get this opportunist, then again the esophagus. Watch the shit ain't when a fucking hero, I am not impressed. Flow sloppy, choppy, stopping, gobble on the deck. I am flawless awesomeness. Competition non-existent, even with no profit pissing, bombing on the opposition. All I got is bars, swear to God I ride the prison. I am on my shit, the chain I'm on the bit. Call your bitches sponsor conference after I demolish it. Have to win the college bricks, all about the dollar sign. I told you I'm a baller, bitch. Harry Potter with the one, I promise I'm an alcoholic. Never been anonymous. Fuck a mumble rapper, I no longer have a tolerance. Mackin' I'm a Donna slapper, and she got a problem. Laughing at you, rappers backing up when I go off. Doing damage on the Macintosh. Jacking up with applesauce. Catalog is getting off the savage, any track them on. Gotta rap a marathon. Travel into Babylon. On a dream of back and miss a bats against the walls. Try to get the black it on. Got to have it all. Can't imagine all the talent that I have. It doesn't matter. Cause half the songs I'm hearing, what I'm hearing isn't rap at all. I'm signing off. Catch me on the red rapping rumble with a pack of dogs.
So they're nocturnal, that makes sense. He don't act like the way a mouse acts.
Hey, yo, Stick, check this shit out on the news, man.
10,000 law enforcement officers are trying to find a killer in Los Angeles, California. A sweeping manhunt triggered by
this. There was a problem there. I don't know what it was.
Targeting fellow
grabbed it, stepped back,
these
go
images
forward,
say
and
it all.
jumped,
Police officers on
and
the
then ran
hunt for
forward.
someone
He jumped. It was so
It's
not a normal mouse.
shit without a passion and gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the bids get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law. You ain't shit without a passion and gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the bids get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law.
On the run, little fugitive, play low key, broke out of jail. They built a cell that could hold
cold hand from the inside, escape through the soul, swim a mile and a half, almost drowned in my pool, had to lose my scent, cause I know they got the dogs out, I ain't going back, fuck that, I'm going all out, cops won't be happy till I'm beside the ground, see a freeway, I need to hit your ride, damn, that's my only G, and he jumped up in my car like a dummy, he slammed on his brakes and stopped 2 inches from me, jumped out the whip like, you alright, I took his car, his wallet, without much of a fight.
No, you can't outsmart stupid. It's a voicemail light, right? No, that's the how I find it in the dark light. I can turn it off. No. Outsmart stupid. I'm too stupid to turn it off.
Things get done, fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. Got a warrant and you want to run. Fuck the law. We shit without a badge and a gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the biz get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. Got a warrant and you want to run. Fuck the law. All the pain, niggas smoke gas. Another night with the smoke from the tear gas. Yo, we mobbing. Niggas got gas masks. Cops coming done. Niggas got a dead ass. They want to put handcuffs on my black wrist. You better know what the Patriot Act is. Federales got my name on the blacklist. They want to see a nigga fry like catfish. In the streets, niggas dying like it's death row. 100 bags in the very last breath, yo. On some real shit, I don't give a F, yo. I wish a cop wouldn't try me, dead slow. The ones in the hood so disconnected. Police on the block get disrespected. Live by the guns, then you might die with it. There's a war going on, so I ride with it. You ain't shit without a badge and a gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the biz get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. Got a warrant and you want to run. Fuck the law. You ain't shit without a badge and a gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the biz get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you want to run. Fuck the law.
Don't forget to bring it back. High C Orange to McDonald's soda fountains. That's the big story.
Protecting themselves. We're extremely careful and we're worried about this individual. We're taking every precaution we possibly can. Wow. That ain't how we feel.
Big stick. You gotta be careful in Canada. You get stabbed with an icicle.
Track, y'all. Money is gas, making it dash. Got like a blast with that on my cash. Taking it slow, I'm taking it fast. Face on the dash, whipping that ass. Fuck with the cats, I don't fuck with them rats. Throwing it bad while she busting it back. Talking that shit, better watch how you act. Doing the game and the place in the set. I know I'm real bit like the missing link. All my bitches small with a lot of ink. All I really know is I want more bling. Money calling me, I keep on chasing. You see me on stage and I'm glowing. You not believe where I'm going. I'm fucking with the speed I'm stroking. Sunning rappers coaching. Don't fuck with my vibe when I'm smoking. Judging all these rappers by the clothing. Need a role model and a Trojan. Provoking while I'm promoting emotion. Demons in my head, keep erasing them. Smoke the pain away, I can't erase it. Damn, if you roll it up, you better lace it down. Oh yeah, uppers and the downers, then I chase it down. Pussy chasing me, I do not chase it down. Catch me online, got the playlist on the ride. I got the spaceship, I stay live up the police and the racists. Ride for my homies and I'll never turn, baby. Cremated when I die in the diamond urn, baby. I love some thick thighs, yeah, I never learned, baby. Devil in the skies, but my friends call me Hades. Living up like I'm lucid in the woods with these druids, chilling with the humans, getting stupid off these fluids. Rooted in the music, the money is elusive. You say you taking shots, my homies really shooting. Rather different. Yeah, I hope you hear the difference. This is not a coincidence, legitimate imprisonment. Your lyrics sounding belligerent, I'm feeling that deliverance. I'm tired of being considerate. Your music is sounding sounding like some gibberish. Everyone's hearing me killing this. I'm the rapper and the instrument. I don't know what you talk about. All my homies is innocent. The leader of the syndicate. This music is my stimulant. All my rhymes are written intricate. I'm feeling this. Listen closely when I'm spitting this. Label should consider this. You gotta be shitting me. You can't keep me cooped up in here, okay? I am a peacock. You gotta let me fly. My crumbs are heinous. Yo, I killed the beat like I'm a racist. I do it while I'm faded. I'm shameless and I don't need payment. I'm feeling like the greatest. It's time to show my faces. Fear and loathing in Las Vegas. Never will they tame us. They hating on this rapper, but they will not claim us. The new school rappers looking brainless. Yo, and all these young kids celebrate them, making them contagious. I hit you with the latest. I'm dropping all this hot shit like the runs ever hate us. Calling all creators, surrounded by the pain. Me dreams I'ma make it one day.
Let's say even the age of like 16 or 18.
From the dash and I say,
what would have been different? Would any of it have been any better?
Have me up all night, bad pride. Big dreams, I'ma make it on God. 666 on the dash and I slay. Get the cash, all she had to say.
All over, and I just get through each day. People see me acting so normal most of the time. Yeah. Want to tell me there's nothing wrong with me? When I tell doctors there's wrong with me, they go, "Oh, hey, there's something wrong with you." You know, we figure out what? Nope, not my department. Wow, really? Trying to buy snow tires at the bay or something. Nope, can't do it. Go to Sears, motherfucker. 1, 2.
It's the flavor, baby. I'm back with this motherfucking track, y'all. Money is gas, taking the dash, got like a blast for that on my cash, taking it slow, I'm taking it back.
It was some type of V8 engine growling. It was angry and hungry at the same time.
Space on the dash, whipping that ass. Fuck with the cats, I don't fuck with them rats. Throwing it back while she busting it back. Talking that shit, better watch how you act. Doing the game, I'm chasing the sack. I know I'm ruby like the missing link. All my bitches small with a lot of ink. All I really know is I want more bling. Money calling me, I keep on chasing. You see me on stage and I'm glowing. You not believe where I'm going. I'm fucking with the speed I'm stroking. Running rappers coaching. Don't fuck with my vibe when I'm smoking. Judging all these rappers by the clothes. Need a role model and a Trojan. Provoking while I'm promoting emotion. Demons in my head, keep on facing it. Smoke the pain away, I can't erase it. If you roll it up, you better lace it down. Oh yeah, uppers and them downers and I chase it down. Pussy chasing me, I do not chase it down. Catch me online, got the players wanna ride. I got the spaceship, I stay lit, fuck the police and the racists. Ride for my homies and I'll never turn, baby. Cremated when I die in the diamond urn, baby. I love some dick thighs, yeah, I never learned, baby. The devil in disguise, but my friends call me Hades. Living up like I'm lucid in the woods with these druids. Chilling with the humans, getting stupid off these fluids. Rooted in the music, the money is elusive. You say you taking shots, my homies really shooting. Drums are different. Yeah, I hope you hear the difference. This is not a coincidence, legitimate imprisonment. Your lyrics sounding belligerent, I'm feeling that deliverance. I'm tired of being considerate. Your music is sounding like some gibberish. Everyone's hearing me killing this. I'm the rapper and the instrument. I don't know what you talk about. All my homies is innocent. The leader of the syndicate. This music is my stimulant. All my rhymes are written intricate. Listen closely when I'm spitting this. Label should consider this.
Perfectly clear and bubbly.
You can't keep me cooped up in here, okay? I am a peacock. You gotta let me fly. My crumbs are heinous. Yo, I killed the beat like I'm a racist. I do it while I'm faded. I'm shameless and I don't need payment. I'm feeling like the greatest.
You might not see it clearly, but all that garbage is lifting up. He's smart enough to know when to make noise. Oh, for fuck's sakes, just sit there. Damn it.
It's time to show my faces. Fear and loathing. Yeah, this be fatal, baby.
No, see, of desensitizing. At this point, you should be thinking, if I make noise, they're going to come try and kill me again. But that hasn't happened with him. So it's completely desensitized. I don't know what he's fucking chewing on. Bullshit stories of this city. Come on, computer, you can do this. If I use this, I want to fucking main fucking one. Ow, damn it. Fuck, I gotta get some sticks or something. I have sticks here somewhere in the
Look at this motherfucking track, y'all. Yeah, this be fatal, baby. I'm back with this motherfucking track, y'all.
I think there's 4 or 5 of them in here.
Money is gas, taking it like a flash with that on my cash. Taking it slow, I'm taking it fast. Face on the dash, whipping that ass. Fuck with the cats, I don't fuck with them rats. Throwing it back while she busting it back. Talking that shit, better watch how you act. Doing the game, the face in the sack. I know I'm moving like a missing link. All my bitches small with a lot of egg. All I really know is I want more bling. Money calling me, I keep on chasing. You see me on stage and I'm glowing. You not believe where I'm going. I'm fucking with this beat, I'm stroking. Southern rappers coaching. Don't fuck with my vibe when I'm smoking. Judging all these rappers by the clothing. Need a role model and a Trojan. Provoking while I'm promoting. Emotion, demons in my head, keep on facing them. Smoke the pain away, I can't erase it. If you roll it up, you better lace it down. Oh yeah, uppers and the downers and I chase it down. Listen, chasing me, I do not chase it down. Catch me online, got that playlist for the down. Catch me online, got that playlist for the ride. I got this patience, I stay lit, fuck the police and the racists. Ride for my homies and I'll never turn, baby. Cremated when I die in a diamond urn, baby. I love some thick thighs, yeah, I never in the woods with these druids. Chilling with the humans, getting stupid shots. My homies really shooting, brother different. Yeah.
You've only been at this for about 5. This happens. How many times has this happened now? Keep it up. Do you get mad when I go to restart the thing?